Wamley, and this is my screencast for ADB. I decided to do my screencast on database hacking. Um, the article I chose was about a Cardinal Scout accessing the database for the Astros for what's called a very popular MLB team. Um, I'm going to be switching over to the article in a few moments. Um, I'm just going to talk about the processes that I found. When I was looking up for this topic, I found a lot of how to hack database websites, and I wasn't really going towards that direction. I was just looking more into articles that had a similar situation or had an issue with this thing as a whole. So I find it quite interesting, but I did read up on some of those, and I did find out that some of the methods that were used to get these are pretty dubious. But I plan to stay away from that in this video, and I plan to talk about what this particular person did. So if we switch over to the article, former Cardinal Scout director pleads guilty to hacking the Astro database. You can see here that the Cardinal Scout, he was getting into the Astros database, looking into their draft picks, rankings, and other things like that. Uh, team trades and money and whatnot by the means of accessing into their database. How he was getting access into this database? A couple of ex-employees of the Astros, whether it be team management or other people who had a password into this type of database, gave him this database and gave him the database password, and he went and accessed this about 5 times between the years of 2013 and 2014. When he was finally caught, he pleaded guilty, saying openly admittingly telling the court that he actually accessed this about 5 times and is now facing 5 counts, which equals up to 5 years in prison for accessing the team's files. Uh, Database hacking is a very serious thing. If that wasn't something you knew already, but obviously this is a very serious issue. It does not say anything in particular about what happened to the people who gave him the passwords. Um, but I'm pretty sure you'll find it in all the other articles. There was a couple more articles that were more in depth into this, but this was the one that I remembered to save. So yeah, but I will definitely, if there is a reason to read, I will definitely post a link to that. But I did find it interesting how the Astros kept those passwords the same, even though those employees left. Um, I don't think that was a really smart move on their part. You would think that they would change something like that every so often, especially between 2013 and 2014. No matter what the small gap is, maybe like a password refresh or a password change every so often would be a good way to avoid something like this. But I mean, I don't run a company, but I would think something like that would be changed every so often just to avoid situations like this. That way, if ex-employees leave, you won't have to worry about them giving out leaking information, even if they sign a paper saying that they won't. But yeah, this was my screencast, and enjoy.